This client had a yellow jacket super nest infesting her basement. She called me to come and remove this nest. Here's how I did it.
Yeah, because isn't this where I was seeing? I'm pretty sure that's where no, that's the big one. So yeah, because I was looking at this window. So this is the one I saw going in and out of there. So we got a massive one right there. Zach's shivering in his boots a little bit. That's all right. Don't be scared. And then this one right there. Okay. So we're in the thick of it down here. If you see around us, we're in a haunted basement. What do you think? Yeah. Zach's been. Oh, almost got her. Did you hear that?
Yeah.
I batted it. So we've been clearing out all these cobwebs in here. So there's yellow jackets. You can't even see the cobwebs in the video. Oh, that's weird. So, but if you look here and all the way around, that is one big yellow jacket's nest. So we're going to set up the ladder. This is a cool old basement. This is wild. So you're going to be removing this German yellow jacket's nest from this basement. So let's get to it. Are you ready, sir?
Yes, sir.
You're enjoying taking down that nasty cobweb? Look at all this. I'm actually having more fun taking down the cobwebs. Look, there's still spiders in here. Look. Oh no, these are those house centipedes. See them all stuck in there?
Where's the yellow jacket?
Oh yeah. Here, we'll wrap her up in it. There we go. So maybe we should have left them up, so then they would have caught all the yellow jackets. Well, you just got to keep things moving. That's all. Just hang on. All right. Zach, let's hook that. This rogue yellow jacket, man, she's attacking like crazy. Just wait till we start working on this. Get up inside of here. Man, look at this thing. This thing is huge. It's like, that's like at least 3 feet long. This is like 3 feet wide. That's crazy. Okay. I'm gonna try to set my camera kind of up inside here. Oh no, you can keep that one.
All right, I'll keep it.
Not literally. He's not mean. Okay. What is this rubber wire? I don't know what. Let's see what pencil hanging from.
I think it is.
Sir, please explain this. I don't know.
It's getting silly. Not handy, but I'll grab it.
So this was one of the largest yellow jacket nests that I had done in 2025. This nest was well over 3 feet long, 18 inches wide, and about 14 inches tall. This thing was massive, but even more wild was how big this colony was. There were well over 12,000 yellow jackets in this nest. Easy, and that might even be a conservative estimate. So when this client called me initially, she had said that she had a service person go down in her basement to check on her furnace, and he was finding yellow jackets all around in her basement. Well, this is an elderly client, and this is a very large Victorian-style house in Christiana, Pennsylvania. So she doesn't really go down the stairs too much. But so when she called me, she said, I'm finding these yellow jackets, and I did see ones coming and going outside at my foundation wall. So can you come out and maybe find it and remove the nest? So when I showed up at her house, it was my last appointment for the evening. And I had a helper working with me all summer. His name is Zach. And this was going to be his last appointment. So a banger of a nest removal for his last appointment. So we showed up there about, I think it was like 7:30 in the evening. And we went outside and I saw the activity coming and going. Now there were two separate spots where there was activity for yellow jackets. So there was another nest that we didn't end up removing. And then there was this nest. And we went down into the basement, and there was yellow jacket carcasses all over the floor. There was ones flying at the windows, and the client was starting to come down the stairs. I said, no, just let us go down there and find this nest, and then we'll remove it when we find it. So Zach and I went downstairs. We started exploring around, and right away I found where this nest was at the top of the foundation wall between the rafters, and it was booming. I mean, it was so active. There were yellow jackets everywhere, crawling all over it. So we went and got all of our stuff, suited up, and then came back downstairs. And you could tell people hadn't really been down in this basement. It was just filled with all of these cobwebs, spider webs everywhere. And you could see, I think it was haunted because my camera kept getting bumped off the ledge and dropping onto the floor because it happened 3 times. And that's not really common for my phone to keep getting knocked off from where it is. So we just kind of made the joke, this place is haunted, and they're defending the yellow jackets. So I showed up with the vacuum there, set everything up, and started vacuuming everything out of this nest. Now, that's a part of my process, is to slowly and methodically remove the portions of the colony and portions of the nest at a time. I'm not just reaching up inside of here and just yanking the nest out of that space, because there'd be yellow jackets all over me, all over the room, everything else. So I go step by step. I start at one end of the nest and start working my way across, pull the comb out, and then continue vacuuming everything up. So again, this is the last appointment for the day. We had done already 11 appointments, so this one was my 12th nest removal. I only have 3 vacuums, so this thing was going to be really chock full with dead yellow jackets by the time I was done.
Just like that one we did the other day that we didn't film.
Yeah.
You're making up.
It's a lot cooler.
Huh?
This one's a lot cooler.
Oh, damn. Plus you can see more ducks. Yeah.
So a big thing here as I'm just pulling everything out, one, I want to make sure I'm getting all my shots because this is going to be a great removal video, so I want to make sure that I'm getting my shots. But as I'm like stepping back, it's just you're seeing how many are coming into the space. They're attracted to Zach's light, so they're flying around him because that's what they're going to do anyway.
That's it? I think it's just ginormous. See, you might as well for your last appointment. You know what I mean?
What you mean?
Can you see it all right? I can see a big shadow right there. Can you even see it there? Can you see it? There.
Nah, I can see it, yeah.
So I was seeing up between the top of the foundation wall and this flooring joist, you could just see the girth of the comb that's up in there. Now, it's one thing to see a nest 3 feet long, all that envelope, but it's another thing to actually see the heart of the nest, which is the comb. That's what houses all of the larvae and the pupae, and of course the queen, and any guards that are in there. Any recently hatched adults are going to be hunkered down in there. So that's the heart of the nest. All the ones you're initially seeing when you start opening up the envelope, that's guards, workers, and ones coming back from foraging. So you're kind of getting, again, doing it in stages. You're seeing the different stages of development, your different stages of their attack and their workers and things. So as you're pulling the nest and getting to the heart, then you really start to see a lot of the fury, because this is what they're aiming to protect, not just the envelope. They're aiming to protect the heart of the nest, where all of the pheromones are and everything in this colony.
Wow, this thing is heavy. Look at all that. Like, it's just, oh man, hang on, go up inside of there. You see the flashlight over there. Look at this. All right, you ready?
Yep.
Got the whole thing. Recording, everything good? Look at that. We'll do it down here. See it okay? The bucket down there?
Oh, yeah, it's right behind you.
My new guesstimate is 12,000. And just look at all the larvae and all the cells. Like, we're talking just yellow jackets. So once these hatched out, well more than that. Like, I have to work hard to pull this apart because it's so heavy. Somewhere in between. He's been busy. I think the queen laid all of these eggs in those birds. Isn't that wild?
So with a lot of my removals, I mean, I have a bucket next to me that's filled with yellow jacket's nest from previous removals. So what I have to do here is take the different layers apart. Well, as ones are flying all over the place, you're vacuuming ones out from in between the layers. Well, the ones that are flying around are going to be landing on the nest. They sense it. They sense the pheromone and stuff inside the nest, so they're constantly going to be landing on it. So I want to make sure that I get the nest taken apart and then put it in the bucket, and that way it's away from all the fury and all the activity. All these ones that you're seeing in here, not all of them are just newly hatched adults. A lot of these are workers coming back from foraging who have no idea what just happened to this colony and happened to this nest, and they're crawling into this space and they're just consolidating in here. So the second I start vacuuming some more, it's disturbing them and they're flying all over the place. But you can see there's a piece of wood right down on the bottom here, and I tap on that, and the second I do, they just come swarming out of that in a fury. And that's how I knew then, like, oh my gosh, there's a lot more to the rest of this removal than just the ones I'm seeing here on the surfaces of the wood and the flooring and everything. But again, that's a whole part of this process. If you just have someone come out and spray from the outside, like if you hire a company that just comes out and they're just going to treat, then this isn't getting removed. So you might see a drop in activity outside because the workers that are coming and going are getting that treatment on them. But that treatment's not getting into this space. That's where removals versus just treatments is something you have to weigh out as a client or as a customer, because if it's something where you know, okay, wait a minute, this is in a space where I'm getting them inside my house and stuff, I better have somebody remove this nest rather than just treat it. See, right there, I bumped that piece of wood, and look at all these ones just pouring out of that space. Absolutely insane. I mean, there was thousands of them hunkered down in there that I didn't know about. And once I hit that, I knew it. I was like, oh, man, this is going to take a little bit longer than I thought. Yeah, and that's also, you know, they're attacking anything in sight. They're mainly attacking my camera. They're attacking me. Look at that, 8:30 at night. I'm still getting voicemails from clients. It's crazy how many voicemails and calls and text messages I get in a day's time doing these removals. Everybody needs them done, and everybody wants them removed, not just treated. So, but one nice thing about disturbing that and having them all come out is that now I don't have to go find them. I don't have to go and try to like coax them out. They're already out flying around, so I can just vacuum them up from there. And just still, as I'm touching on that piece of wood, there's still ones coming out of there to be sucked up. Oh, knocked the phone over. That time it wasn't the ghost. That time it was me. So, so this is about another like 20 minutes of vacuuming. I just consolidated down to a time lapse so you guys could see how much further involved I get with this, even after the nest is removed.
Where's that spray at?
Do you want wasp or spider and squirrel?
And then once I'm done, I spray some spider and scorpion spray and some wasp spray up in there, and I got stung on my leg. So go figure. I've been vacuuming up thousands of yellow jackets, and it's after the nest is gone, removed, and majority of the colony's been removed, and that's when I get stung on my leg. Unbelievable. One last little parting ways gift, I guess. So this has been sitting here for about 15-20 minutes, so it's time to go back through it again and make sure I get all the yellow jackets off the different layers of comb. And I probably sucked up another like 30-40 yellow jackets out of there.
Alright, so we're going to go take the nest down to the birdies. This nice big giant nest. Nice big giant nest here. Got a nice big nest for everyone. Hello, sweetie booty. What a bunch of nice pesky booties. Hello, Doris. Oh, Rhea-the-Rhea. Here you go, birdie. Fresh. Everyone's still alive. Here you go, Doris. Oh, sweetie booty. They're all fresh, sweetie booty. Oh, sweetie booty. Oh, Rhea-the-Rhea. Oh, sweetie booty. Hello, sweetie booty. Oh, Rhea-the-Rhea. enjoy the nest. They would want to be, see, these just hatched out. I literally just brought this down here. All these just hatched out. Nuts. Oh, little red birdies.